Hello and welcome to that Double D team. I'm D. This is the continuation of our top 10 videos, and it's my turn for my top 10 favourite films all time. This was tough, very tough, especially because we had to exclude comedies, because we were doing our own separate list for that, and exclude superhero, comic book, Marvel, DC films, because we've done another list for that as well. Yeah, I had to get the old noggin cranking to figure out what films way back, and then ranking them in order, missing off a couple, and realising, then remembering 3 more, trying to fit them into the list for the ones I already had on there. So a couple of honourable mentions that I couldn't squeeze into my top 10, and that is Goodfellas, Usual Suspects, Scarface, Wind River, The Prestige, Hitch, and Space Jam. Yep, rom-com and animated in some of my all-time faves. Yep, films are awesome, man, love them. Anywho, yep, my top 10 films of all time. Number 10, get things cracking with Big, released 1988, directed by Penny Marshall, written by Gary Ross and Anne Spielberg. Gotta get a bit of that Spielberg silver dust on it, don't you? Starring Tom Hanks, Elizabeth Perkins, John Hurd, and Robert Loggia. L is for look over there. It's Robert Loggia. O, so oh my god, that's Robert Loggia. G is for God or willing, would you look over there? It's Robert Loggia. Family Guy reference for any of you that get it. Never heard of the guy before until that episode. Yeah, it's about a young boy who makes a wish to become big, and then he's aged into adulthood overnight and has to deal with and adapt to adult life, which, as a kid watching this film, loved it. Not only that, but being a small kid as well, wanting to be big or bigger was always a fantasy, wish, hope. So really related to the character in the show. Plus, kids, you want to be an adult straight away, man, but when you get to be an adult, you realise the responsibilities and stuff, and you take your time with childhood, etc. But I really enjoyed the film. Did actually watch it recently over Christmas and New Year. Forgot how good it was and how much I liked it. Acting performances are really good as well, man. Especially Tom Hanks. I did trying to play like a kid in an adult's body. It's going to be interesting to come when you see Zachary Levi do that in Shazam, which I'm looking forward to. But some of the stuff he got up to, and then like playing on the piano, on the keyboard on the floor, which everyone has copied as a scene since, and getting a job. I don't get it. Doming up the guy in the meeting, Macaulay Culkin's dad from Home Alone. I think it's John Hurd. I thought it was Chris Cooper, but yeah. Then getting to know a female, taking her out on dates, having a sleepover, literally, bunk beds. Then yeah, or falling for, or making his mate away, rejecting his friends so he can focus on work because he's doing an adult life now, having had a child. But yeah, eventually he gets his chance to take his wish back, become a kid again, carry on with his life. Awesome. But it is kind of a retro film, so any millennials or new people, 20-year-olds nowadays, may not have heard of it or be aware. I do advise, please go check this film out. Such a brilliant coming of age film, family friendly. For me, it's what put Tom Hanks on the map, because from that, then you went on to, well, for me personally, I don't know what other order it was in, but then he did Forrest Gump, moved on from there, and I'm like, yo, this guy is quality. I even liked him in Castaway. Yeah, Tom Hanks, ledge. Number 10, Big. Moving on to my number 9. This is The Truman Show, released 1998, and it was directed by Peter Weir, starring Jim Carrey, Laura Linney, Ed Harris, and Natasha McElhone. Adopted and raised by a corporation inside a simulated TV show revolving around his life until he discovers it's a lie and decides to escape. As I'm sure you're aware from other videos, and just being a Double D team subscriber, I'm a big fan of Jim Carrey. I do like Jim Carrey, and especially as a childhood, like the hits that he had that day, you'll see from the comedy list, like The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, Liar Liar, or Ace Ventura. He was hitting them at the park. Then when he did something serious like Truman Show, it's like, okay, let's see what this comedic actor's got. And he blew me away, man. The guy knocked it out the fucking park. And once again, keyword, hashtag heart in the film, and the emotion in the character. Yeah, was it Thorogood? And you're trying to relate to him, and you do, like, oh, you think, oh, look at him, he's got a perfect life. But when he realises he might want to expand it and do a bit more, as his closest friend and his wife trying to talk him out of it because that's what's being put in the ears by the director of the show. He eventually tries to leave, floats out in a boat because he clocks what's going on, reaches the end of a wall in the water. You're like, what? That's a massive. Then you're rooting for him. Like, yo, I want you to escape so you can be with the girl that you met, that you think you actually did fall in love with, but she wasn't written as the character you fall in love with, so they tried to move you away. Yeah, I need to revisit this, man. I've not seen this recently. I'm very aware of it. One of my favourite films. I saw it about a couple of years ago, but yeah, so it's still fresh-ish, but I need a recap, man. Especially because recently I've seen Liar Liar. I need to keep that Carey vibe going, I think. Yeah, Truman Show for me, I absolutely loved that film, which is Enemy of the State. Will Smith was also going to be a close mention. Then when I thought of Will Smith, I thought, oh, Hitch. Yeah, I could have thought of Men in Black and others, but that's in comic book superheroes, and yeah, I digress. Number 9, The Truman Show. Moving on to my number 8, Inception. This was released in 2010, written, directed and produced all by Christopher Nolan, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, Ellen Page, Michael Caine, Ken Watanabe, Marion Cotillard. Like, this film was next level. When I first seen this, I'm like, wow. Performances, great. Direction, amazing. Story, epic. Confusing. Let me see it again. And again. And again. DJ Khaled mode. And another one. You know what I'm saying? What a film, man. A professional thief who steals information by infiltrating people's subconsciouses. He's offered a chance to have his criminal past wiped and history erased as payment for implantation of another person's idea into the target's subconscious. So Leo's approached by Ken Watanabe's character to say that, yo, I need you to implant an idea into this guy's brain so that you don't carry on his father's business, otherwise mine's going to go kaput. To help you out, I'll clear your record of when your wife, Marion Cotillard, set you up for her murder because she believed she was in an Inception world herself and committed suicide. Something that he had actually implanted in her mind accidentally. It goes deep. But then the performances for me, JGL was one of the stars of the film. Everyone's like, yo, you've got Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy, Leo. I'm like, yo, do not forget about Joseph. Guy gives a performance. Same with Ellen Page, subtly as that supporting character. She does very well. But then again, she usually always does, doesn't she? She's quite a capable actor. But some of the stuff it introduced, you like the kick and the feeling and making someone fall asleep so you can infiltrate into their mind and incept them. Wow. What more can I say though? Christopher Nolan, Leo, Tom Hardy, Cillian, Ellen, Michael Caine, Ken Watanabe. Cast was stellar. Performances were epic. And I've had this discussion with a few people, including DIGA, a couple of times. I think it may even have overlapped on one of his recordings. The thimble spinning at the end. It's like, was he in the dream? Was he out of the dream? Did he, in the end, did it flutter? Was it about to fall? Do you think it would fall? What a great ending. Just to plant that seed there by a director in the audience to say, right, it's not a conclusive finishing story, but with the wobble, it leads towards what you would think. But then again, people against this idea would also say, well, it didn't drop, it just wobbled and it could have just slowed down before it picked up its speed and found itself again. So it's debatable, which any film you can talk about and discuss afterwards. Very well written. So yeah, number 8, Inception. Moving on to my number 7. What? I said number 7. What? Number 7. What? Do they speak what in your country? Pulp Fiction, bitch. Without a doubt, like 1994, directed by Quentin Tarantino, starring John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Bruce Willis, Ving Rhames, Christopher Walken. Cast a lot of Tarantino regulars as well. As I mentioned at the beginning, I did want to try and fit in a Nolan, a Tarantino, a Scorsese. I don't know if I got a Scorsese in my top 10 though, which is why I gave a few honourable mentions at the beginnings. And I think as well, was it Brian Singer, Usual Suspects, X-Men, all that type of stuff. Yes, Brian. Anywho, Pulp Fiction, Royale with Cheese, The Dance, Vincent Vega, the Vega brothers family in the Tarantino universe, the philosophical discussions between Vincent and Jules. So quick synopsis, Vincent Vega, Jules Winfield? Yeah, hitmen with a penchant for some philosophical discussions, and in this ultra hip-hop, multi-strand, character-driven crime movie, their storylines are interwoven with their bosses, Marcellus Wallace's, Ving Rhames, and his wife Mia, Uma Thurman, and theirs is also interwoven with a struggling boxer, Butch Coolidge, played by Bruce Willis. And then you've also got the tale of the master fixer, Mr. Winston Wolfe, who you'll see nowadays on a few TV insurance adverts, and a nervous pair of armed robbers, Pumpkin and Honey Bunny. Tim Roth, until Samuel L. Jackson, bad motherfucker wallet, calmly talks them down in a situation in the store that you ain't robbing me, bitch. Woo! So fun. Tarantino's got a cameo as well in the film. After they kill the body, they gotta get rid of it, they're all a mess, they get changed, and Uma Thurman ODing. Bruce Willis saving the day for the guy who's, well, Marcellus Wallace, after he was about to get sodomized by some southern fucking, was it cops? Like, so much went on in this film, man. And just refreshing it now, I mean, everyone just thinks, you know what I'm saying? There was a few decent character story strands and that. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch this again as well. You know, my week's just getting busier and busier, isn't it? Shall leave it there then. I won't go too deep. Everyone knows Pulp Fiction is a classic, absolute classic, and yeah, could have easily been, well, not easily, but could have thrown Usual Suspects in there, could have had Scarface, could have had Goodfellas as well. But as you can see, I don't have no merch for them. I have merch for this, the one-liners, the legend that is Sam L, the stuff I've already mentioned with legendary dance scene and Royale with Cheese. Oh, got to be Pulp Fiction, my number 7. On to number 6, and this is the Warriors Come Out to Play. Boom, Coney Island's own The Warriors, classic, released 1979, directed by Walter Hill. 1979, and it makes my top 10 list. Let's see, wait, how many pre-2000s made my list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 films before 2000 made my list. How old would I have been in 2000? Turning 16. Films had an impact on me, man. But yeah, The Warriors, classic, starring Michael Beck, James Remar, who you'll know as Dexter's dad in Dexter, Deborah Van Valkenburg, and David Patrick Kelly. I think he played like the leader of the other bad gang that tried to set up the Warriors. But yeah, story of a New York gang who must make a dangerous journey from the Bronx to their home of Coney Island after being framed for the murder of a gang leader. Epic. Now, for people that have seen this originally, it's a classic for them. Anyone who came back and watched it now, I'm not sure it would hold up, and a possible remake for today's market and generation may be viable. But for all y'all 80s babies, 90s kids, I'm sure you're aware of the Warriors, and this film was epic. And it's basically, you and your boys were in a gang, you had to get home, you had to travel through your city, like coming back from a night out or something, and along the way you kept running into rival gangs along the street, and you had to either escape or move or beat them up because they're after you. It's essentially what it was in the Warriors, but each gang had their own like theme or style, and so you had the skater boys, then you had the female girls, you had the guys with the baseball bats and the painted up faces, and yeah, but the Warriors looked cold, man. Obviously, I think you got man like Swan, a few of them, but for me, Ajax, James Mamar, Dexter's dad, he was a don. Although, man, his dick got him caught in the end, getting handcuffed to the fence, trying to chat with that chick. Although that was blatantly, it's not blackmail, it's entrapment. Was that random chick there on a bench in the middle of the night, just sat on her own, then invited him over, flirted with him. So he's like, yo, I'm in here, tried to get it on with you, and you handcuff him. Because he didn't even assault you, he's just getting a bit heavy, and you handcuffed him and arrested him. Nah. Out of order for me. But yeah, everyone else in the crew stepped up, including the leader. But, well, because he falls for the chick as well, and that he meets along the way. But you get to the end, you get home, you have the big battle against the crew that fucking set you up. Warriors! Yo, me and JD were there last year. Wait, almost this time last year. Like 54 weeks ago. In Coney Island. In that spot. Recreating the... Take me back. Soon come. But Warriors. Wow. What a film, man. Got this from the Coney Island shop as well. Had to be done, man. Spent P there. I would have worn a t-shirt as well, but yeah, let me show off the pulpit. Number 6, The Warriors. 5. Top 5 now. It's a big top 5. Then again, it's a big top 10. Very happy with my list. Number 5, Scream 1. Released in 1996, directed by Wes Craven, starring Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Lee Schreiber, Jamie Kennedy, Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, Drew Barrymore, and Henry Winkler. Hey, the Fonz is in it, mate. He was the principal. Drew Barrymore was only in there quick. She got killed right at the beginning. Like, what's your favourite scary movie? Yeah. Neve Campbell became a star from this, although I kind of knew about her from Wild Things, with Denise Richards previously. And obviously Courtney, like one of her first film roles coming straight out of Friends. You know, the one where Courtney Cox played, was it Gail Weathers in Scream? I love this film. I'm not a massive horror fan, but it's my favourite horror film of all time. Freddy's probably a classic and a ledge, and I was scared a little as a child from that, similar with Candyman. But Scream was something I liked about it, man, because it had a plot and a story. There was a few frightening scenes. It was classed as a horror, but it wasn't just like Saw, and it was a shock gore value to shock you. It wasn't medieval. It wasn't cryptic. It wasn't sci-fi. It wasn't fantastical. It was real life. Well, based on real people in real life, Woodsboro, California, I believe, following the character of Sidney Prescott in the town of Woodsboro, who becomes the main target of the mysterious killer Ghostface. We all realise that Sidney's mum was killed previously. Then comes to pass that the two guys that were playing Ghostface actually killed her Mardukes from back in the day, because her Mardukes fucked one of Billy's dad, and Billy's dad then left, and Billy, oh, your daddy run away on you, Billy. You have to go and be a dickhead and kill people. Oh, boo-hoo, you prick. Yeah. And I was just rooting for Sidney throughout this, because obviously she's the Don, she's the main, a female lead character with balls, outsmarting the villain. 2 guys. Yeah. I think a lot of people would appreciate that nowadays. Obviously went on for a big run as well. I think, did it stop at 5? 4. Definitely remember 4. It's one of my favourite franchises, but after 1, it does slightly dip. 2's good. 3's alright. 4, we introduced the extras. I've not seen the TV show, although my niece Shelby did recommend it, so it's definitely on the list, even though I've got them all downloaded, ready and waiting. But you know my TV list and film list is stacking and stacking and stacking, so eventually. Back to Scream 1. What a film. Jamie Kennedy as well. Great performance in this as the guy who knows everything about films, but in real life you're a dick, mate. You married J or H. I love Scream 1. The setups on it, the rules of the film. Yo, you're a virgin? Oh, you lost your virginity, you're gonna get killed. Yeah, then they're all at the house watching the film, the TV's on delay. Oh shit, we're on a 10-second delay, turn around, kill. It does have the typical tropes about the guy running around, just can't catch him, falls over everything, but comedical. Plus it spawned Scary Movie. Probably one of my favourite spoof films. I know DIGA really likes Mafia. I think he mentioned it on his comedy films list as well, which I've not seen. But yeah, Scary Movie 1 and 2. My germs, take my hand. It's my strong hand. Funny. That should have been an honourable mention on my comedy list as well. But Scream 1, number 5 in my top 10 films list. Number 4, The Town, released 2010, directed by Ben Affleck, starring Ben Affleck, Jeremy Renner, Liv Tyler, John Hamm. Follows a group of Boston bank robbers who set out to do one more job by robbing Fenway Park. But Ben catches feelings for the hostage, and you know what can happen, innit? Obviously, his little boy, Renner, it's like, oh, she's getting too close, she knows too much, I might have to clip her, I might have to take her out. But Ben is like, nah, don't worry, man, I'm keeping an eye on her. Falls for her, catches feelings, and he's got to try and look after her without her investigating and finding out about the job. Also keeping her away from Renner. Not only keeping her away from Renner, but stop identifying Renner so she can crash on him as well. And Mango, this is where Ben Affleck became back in the good graces of Hollywood and fans after Daredevil and Jiggler and J-Lo. He directed and starred in The Town, then went on to do that in Argo, then got the Batman role and was very good as Batfleck. So fair play to you, Ben. I even like The Accountant, pretty good OCD film as well, man, go check that out. But The Town, I'm not sure if it was my mate Ricky Holler or Digger that put me onto this, because obviously Boston, innit? You a cop? You're not. It's awesome, and it put Affleck up there for me as well. Like, yo, you're back in the good graces, but yo, you can actually direct. This was an amazing film story, not only direct but produced and write. Well done. Performance was good as well, but didn't hold a fucking candle to Renner. When I saw Jeremy Renner play this character in this film, I'm like, this is Hawkeye. What? Why are you... He has this in his bag. Wow. Which is why I mentioned Wind River as one of my honourable mentions, because he in that was really, really good. I think the person that wrote Wind River as well also directed Highway to Hell? No. The bank robber film with Chris Pine. Hello High Water. Also wrote Wind River, so whoever wrote that, directing, brilliant. But Renner was awesome in that alongside Scarlet Witch. But yeah, first time I've seen him stand out was in The Town. So when he then got the Bourne franchise to himself, I was gassed. I'm like, yo, I know what this guy can do. Action, moves, choreography. I've seen that in Avengers. He's got it. Then you got to put an acting performance in. A maniacal, psychological menace of a villain or criminal. I'm like, oh, Jeremy, you got me intrigued. Let me see what you can do. Very much looking forward to the rest of your future endeavours coming up. And yeah, it also made me then keep an eye out for anything Ben was linked to directing wise, because if he can do Town, I'm like, I'm there for your next film. And anything Renner's supporting casting, I'm there. Hold tight tag. Good film, man. Top 3. Sorry to keep pausing when I'm looking back at my list, because I like the 10. And when we got to the top 5, I'm like, that's a nice 5. We get into the top 3 now, I'm like, That's a fucking good 3. Now, number 3, people might question me on. I'm pretty sure it's in no one else's top 10 list that we've done so far, seeing as I recorded and edited them all. I know that they're not. But for me, I'll explain in what's into this film. So, number 3, Indecent Proposal, released in 1993, directed by Adrian Lyne, starring Woody Harrelson, Demi Moore, Robert Redford. Classic. A married couple's relationship is thrown into turmoil by a stranger who offers $1 million for her to spend the night with him. Simple premise. You're like, how are you making a film out of this? How's it a classic? How's it in your top 10? How's it in your top 5? How's it number 3? Because for me, this is my oldest vivid memory of a adult, well, when I say adult, I mean like dramatic, drama, not comedic film that I can remember from childhood. Was that 1993? I'd have been 8. Stuck with me. The performance, the concept, all like that. I've seen other films around that time as well, but didn't stick, and Indecent Proposal has ever since. My first time seeing any of these actors, including Woody. I think a few years later he released Kingpin. So yeah, that came out. I liked that, and that Woody, that also had an influence on me liking this film because it was the first thing I've seen him in. Demi Moore, obviously we know her from a lot of stuff, and then the whole Bruce Willis saga. Robert Redford, classic, including even my MCU alumni now as well, innit? As Alexander Pierce, Winter Soldier 2. So Robert Redford offers Woody Harrelson and Demi Moore $1 million if he can spend a night with her. No sex, no fucking. If she wants that and he's up for it, then fine. But that's not what's on the deal for the mill. So she come and chill with me for a night, like 24 hours or something. And then at the end of it, I'll give you $1 million and you go back to your husband. If you want to go back. So if she spends the night, has dinner with him, you don't try nothing on, don't even sleep in the same bed, bam, gives him the milk, goes back, and they're buzzing. And by doing that, I think it plants a seed in Demi Moore's mind like, this might be the man for me, rather than Woody, one that's suited for me. Especially the way he's treated me, and he's not what I expected, and he treated me with respect and class, compared to the day after where Woody's like, yo, we've got the money, we're buzzing, yeah, what a stupid old fool. But then his jealousy and his doubt starts to kick in and play with his mind, doesn't it? Like, but so he gave us the money and you didn't sleep with him? Really? Come on, you can tell me, I don't mind. And yeah, so that thing starts driving a wedge between them. And eventually, so far that they're going to split, and she goes off with him. And you're like, what? How did this happen? Who's? I thought he's the bad guy here, but he's being a gentleman and he's being good. You're acting like a dick, Woody, and I thought you were the good guy, happily married, but now you're seeming like a dick. What? What's going? Yo, as an 8-year-old watching this, can you understand the emotions I was going through? Like, what's trying to comprehend what was going on? Because obviously I'm thinking, oh, mummy and daddy, happily married, couple, everly after. Wait, no, who's this bad guy? Yeah. Oh, wait, no, but he's the good guy now, and she's living and she likes him, and then Woody goes on a journey of finding himself and finding out how much he really loved Demi, and then trying to win her back with the $1 million that he had. And all this time that Demi's with Robert Redford and they're getting on, they're doing well. That one moment where she sees Woody at like an event they're all at, because obviously Woody's bought himself into one of them, bought like $100,000 table or something just to get there so he can speak to her. They ended up having a conversation and he's chatting to each other and looking at each other in the rain, and then they were about to leave. He didn't try it on as they go, and Robert Redford just like, sorry, these are spoilers. Sorry, like yeah, I'm just going off from my memory. So anyone who just want to actually go see the film, pause, skip, forward about 5 minutes. Very happy to carry on with the video, but go check out the film. Anyone yet else seen this, you know what I'm talking about. Sorry to cut off the flow. Where was I? Yeah, cool. So they get back, leave the event, and then Robert Redford just breaks it off with her, kind of cold-hearted, like, yeah, we're done here now. Yeah, you were just one of many. And he asks his driver, like, yeah, tell her, innit? So, oh yeah, he'll do this from time to time. Lying. He's saying that so that Demi Moore can feel hurt and leave without feeling guilty to him. Because Robert Redford knows that no matter what, she'll never love him the way she loves Woody. He even says the line like, when the driver asks Robert Redford like, why'd you let her go? She never will, never looked at me the way she looked at him. I'm like, oh. And all these memes about get your man, it looks like you're like, yeah, this is where it started, man. The original, yeah, standing in the rain, looking at each other eye to eye, pupil to pupil, iris to iris. Like, oh, Robert Redford looking on, clocking the moment, and realising in his own heart that, yeah, she's not meant for him. They might be a 9.9 out of 10, but they're not that 10 out of 10, and Woody and Demi are, so he then graciously bows out. Woody and Demi get together, happily ever after. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I don't need to go and rewatch it again, because it's an emotional film, and I don't even need to be glassy-eyed right about now or tonight by rewatching it. I'm in a good mood, man, positive mood for the month, so I'm in the mood for action and joke. But yeah, it deserves now a rewatch. Everything on my top 10 list deserves a rewatch, but I do watch a few of these maybe once or twice a year, so they're very, very fresh. A few of them I've not seen for a while, just to where they are classics, and will need a rewatch, especially Truman Show. Scream 1. No, I watched Scream 1 last year, but I stopped and I didn't do the trilogy. I should carry on with a few more. No, I should start the TV series actually. Sorry, Shelby. Yeah. And Indecent Proposal. Definitely need to go back and watch that. That was my number 3. Number 2. City of God. Released in 2002, directed by Fernando Meirelles and Katia Lund. Amounts of Brazilian youthful boys and girls. Best description I can say. Yeah, young Brazilian actors, youth teen actors, who do a really good job. Depicts the growth of an organised crime in a city, suburbs of Rio de Janeiro between the 1960s and 1980s, focusing on the war between drug dealer Little Z and criminal vigilante Knockout Ned. And this is a classic. I first watched this in college on lunch in a kebab shop upstairs with a few guys on a portable DVD player. Hold Tight Crow, done from day, mate. And this film, all Brazilian, Portuguese, fully subtitled, and you're thinking, what? I was like chilling watching a film for like nearly 2 hours subtitled. I don't know what the premise is. What, some Brazilian kids? Nah. Then it kicks off and you see how gruesome, grimy it is, set in like the favelas of De Janeiro, and you're like, okay, this is like the underground, dirty, criminal underbelly of Brazil. Show me what you got. And then it does, and it shows you like obviously the bromance and brotherhood with Little Z and his boy, and how they go up and then do a drug deal, and then Little Z becomes the Don after he does his first killing, ends up becoming the main man around the estates, whereas his boy, still his boy, but he's more like trying to do the good thing, educational wise, getting to the women. Little Z don't like this, man, and it's causes friction between the two, innit? They're the original boys in the group, but yeah, eventually like, yo, Lil Z, Knockout Ned, head to head, gang v gang, little Brazilians, little youngins running on the street with guns, mate, taking man out. MDK, as DIGA would say. This film is sick. I think he did a City of Men afterwards. I'm not sure if it was a film or a 6-part series. I had never got around to watching it. Yeah, I mean, I hang my head in shame, man. I should have, and I know DIGA has seen it and has recommended it to me. But just like when he recommended The Wire, it's like, yeah, I'll watch it, I'll just get around to it. But not yet. Having done a list today though, yeah, it might have to be on a download, man. But I think I need a rewatch of City of God as well. Just when you go, oh, I'm going to watch a 2-hour drama or action film now with subtitles, you need to be in that right frame of mind, personally. And yeah, so I think that's probably a weekend flex for me. Film day. Just throw them out. Download after download after download. Film, flick. Movie. Moving on. Number 1. My favourite film. Top 10 all time. Very happy with this. Not going to budge. when I started my list, I'm like, I already know what number 1 is. Training Day, released 2001, directed by Anton Fuqua, who's worked with Denzel a lot and has done some really good collaborations with them, and written by David Ayer. Suicide Squad. But you can do quality, see? Starring Denzel Washington, Ethan Hawke, Eva Mendes, few appearances from Snoop, Dre, Macy Gray. A Training Day. Police drama about a veteran officer who escorts a rookie officer on his first day in narcotics department, shows him the shady and corrupt side of the job. And boy, does it. You like to get whipped? What? But you told me to. Yeah. If I told you to, would you? I like Ethan Hawke anyway, man. Guys, I don't have an actor. Not just because Gamma used to call me E.T. as well, man. Like Ethan Hawke back in high school, but Denzel was a done. Especially this film put him on the actor Oscar. King Kong ain't got shit on me. Yeah. Terry Crews as well popped up in this, uncredited. Random. But yeah, Ethan Hawke, man, when he goes into them Mexicans, you had to get your shit pushed in, Holmes? What you doing with my niece's wallet, huh? Holmes? What? You wanna get killed? You like the little girls, huh? Oh, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this now. Hey, Lucilio. Yeah. You in school today? No, tell the truth. Okay, this cop. Yeah, what do he look like? White guy, huh? Save your life? Okay. We talk about this later, yeah? Bye. Sure lucky day, Holmes. Listen him up. Heart's looking at him like, what? You're just about to kill me, man. I'm a cop. You think it's all good? Like, no. Just business, right, Holmes? We all good, right? Denzel set him up like a bitch. But then when you see E.T. walking through the fucking estate, strapped up, at night, looking for the man, his boss, his officer, passing through all the people that the guy told you not to come here on your own, you will be killed. That finale is awesome, man. But the way that Denzel had it articulated and planned out from the day, I've been planning this for weeks, motherfucker. I knew I was going to get this guy. When I did, I'm going to give him some PCP. Just, you know, like, oh, come on, we're in a job, innit? So you're supposed to know what it is. So that if anything ever happened, boom, I've got your ass covered. Then we're going to use him and infiltrate him in the robbery and killing of Cliff Curtis. Was it Cliff Curtis? Of his boy. Smiles and frowns, ups and downs, and he just murked him for that. Until Officer Voight got that magic eye. Then switches the gun on him, holds it on him. I did not shoot first. Yeah, y'all see this? See what he's doing here? This is what I'm talking about. I'm like, I love this film, man. Not only that, but everyone loves Denzel's character. He is a don. He is the star of the film. But Hawke is the relatable character. And if you relate to him, you'll enjoy the film so much more. And I thoroughly related to him in this film, man. Because like he brings you into the story, innit? As if you're the rookie officer, as him in the cop. You're as a viewer, he's putting you in his situation, so you go along with him on his ride of what Denzel does to him, Denzel's doing to you. So you're feeling that emotion and that ride as you're watching the film, and yeah, what a classic! What a classic! Pretty sure it's on JD's list. I think in the same position as mine. Although he didn't have it on his list until he saw mine. I ain't throwing no claims out there. Maybe a little one. I'm only joking, JD, man. I know you like the film. But yeah, just took my list to refresh you in it with the quality. You're like, oh, D's got a couple bangers. Yeah, bit. That was my top 10 all-time favourite films list. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all the other videos on that Double D Teams channel and JD Virtue channel as well on YouTube. Hit us up on Facebook and Twitter with any queries or questions or requests of videos you'd like us to do. Have a gander at my list. What's my top saying? You like it? You're not? Any suggestions for me to watch? Hopefully I've given you a few suggestions to watch from my top 10 as well. You feel like some of my top 10 are terrible, should never be mentioned, terrible films worst ever made? Holler at me, comment section, hit me up, let me know, man. Yeah, man. We're interactive in this bitch. But that would be the video for today. As I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and until next time, deuce.